Okay, I remember how to do this now. Just a matter of slight brain implosion. So anyway, after slight brain implosions, yeah, sure. Let's go this way now, and we will advance. And as we do that, wow, talking, easy, isn't it? We will advance this way. And that's probably not going to work out too well in my favour, but okay. Oh wait, look, it did. Awesome. So now, we have reached the orb platform. And we press this orb, and stuff happens. We use the orb as a shield to prevent Doom. Doom 2. I never played that. In fact, well, okay, I played the first one. I wasn't that good at it. But I finished it in the end. So enough of irrelevant games that aren't really relevant to our current situation. What we need to do, is not do that, because that would be wrong. No. Now that we've pressed that switch, I'm about to die here, am I? No, I don't think so. It'd be great if I could not die. Oh, look at that, I didn't die. Now we need to go back this way. And that door is closed now, so it'll be a lot easier for us to get back. And we can also cross here and kill this Roach Queen. Huzzah! Roach Queen's dead now. You can also break that for no specific reason. It lets you get down to that bottom right corner, but I don't really see the point. So anyway, now what we need to do is we need to head up here. Back towards the save point. And we're going to use it. Well, let me tell you that much right now. Because I don't fancy doing that first half of the room again. Aha! We should advance this way. Towards the mimicry. Because the mimic is the key to this room, as it is the key to many rooms in this level. Many levels, in fact. Let's just take care of that. And take care of that. Right, now we pick up the mimic. And as you can see, the only way to get to this queen is to use the mimic. So there really is only one place you can put it. Which is here. To kill that. But now, of course, we need to get to the exit of the room, kill the remaining roaches, etc. And if we went in there to kill them, we wouldn't be able to get out. And that would be the end. So we need to use the mimic to do that, which means we need to move the mimic all the way around, which is long-winded, but not that difficult, fortunately. You see, I have been practicing with the mimics, and I've become rather good with them. Not to, thing my own thing or anything. Yes, you see? You can very carefully manipulate them around so we can do that for you. Pretty sure you can't activate the save point, but that figures. So now, we need to bring our mimic friend over here. How are we going to do that, I wonder? Well, I'll tell you. In fact, what we're going to do is line him up nicely like that, and we can bring him over to this side. Clever, no? And then if we can just narrow that gap a little bit, we can bring him up and across here, and then we can get him to move into the room. Like so. So now, our mimic friend can do our job for us. Stabbity doom. You need to come back now. Oh, well, fine. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. Or I won't! Equally fine. Like that. Clever! Yes. Oop, didn't actually mean to do that, but I don't think it matters. I think the mimic is safely ensconced where we need him at the moment. So if we just do that, that'll allow me to get round to here. And now hopefully I'll be able to get to the switch that I wanted. Which is that one. It's the only switch in the room, so naturally it's going to be that one that I want, huh? Oh, that's a little annoying. Okay, alright. If we just... There we go. Now he can reach. The doors flip round again, and now we need to deal with the roach hordes. Alone! But that's okay, because it's pretty much just going to be a case of... doing that. And then we just slowly advance on the queen and kill her. And that's the room solved. Hoorah. Hoorah indeed. So the third room of the northward path. Again, it's the same shape. It's just got different objects in it. Now then. This is a little bit of a tricky one. The only way to get out again is to kill all the enemies. There's no way. There's no coming back after that. And the mimic should be our first port of call, I think. Because he is up there, just waiting to be grabbed. I don't think that will make any difference to our timing. So let's pick up the mimic. Now, we don't want to allow the queen here, this one, to get into here, because if it does, or indeed if any of the roaches do, the only thing that could then kill it would be the Mimic, and we don't really want that. In fact, the Mimic is where most of the work is going to be on this one. I just have to figure out for myself exactly what I'm going to do. Let's put the Mimic down here. And oh, okay, that was not the way. Let's try that again with more mimicry. Okay, so I learned my lesson from the previous attempt in that the queen is on some arrows and we don't want to sit on them because otherwise the Mimic gets stuck. And we can't have that now, can we? Yeah. Of course not. So instead of that, we will do other things. Now then. It's the dodgy D-pad, just ignore it. We need to get our Mimic friend in there. And the only way I think we're going to be able to manage that at this point is... well, that's not exactly what I meant, but alright. Blurb, 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 blurb. Well, that doesn't really... Okay, that's fine. We need some more lateral movement room. That's what we need. We can use these trapdoors to create space between me and the Mimic, so I can move him more appropriately. But other than that, probably not going to be that difficult to maneuver him around. It's not like I can make a big mistake and ruin the entire room for myself. That would be an example of how not to do it, but I'm blaming that on the D-pad malfunction, because I'm getting those a lot. I tried to replace the D-pad, actually. Do a little bit of engineering. Take D-pads out of old controllers and see if they fit. They didn't, unfortunately, so I was left with, well, no option but to put the original one back in and be a bit annoyed about it. Oh well. So D-pad malfunctions will continue for the foreseeable, I'm afraid. But until that foreseeable future has arrived, we will progress further. Yeah, that is what I wanted to do, because now I can do that. Now the Mimic is back in the room. And you're back in the room. And with a little tinkering. Ha! The first door is opened. Now we need to get to the other one, which is over there. How are we going to manage this? Well, not like that. That would be the bad way to try and do things. You may notice, of course, there is the potential for roaches to come and get me. I'm going to let them do that now so I can get rid of them, because otherwise I'm going to get swamped. That was the downside of opening the door, you see. It allows the roaches to come to you, which means there's potential for death. And we don't want death potential. No, we don't. I've had quite enough death potential for one lifetime in this game. But that's okay. Now we've opened both the doors. Now we need to get the Mimic down there so it can kill some roaches and the queens. And hopefully unlock the doors for me so I can get out. This room is basically the Mimic room of the level. I think there's some other rooms with Mimics involved, but none quite to the same extent as this one. So, yeah. So let's get our Mimic friend to move a little bit higher up, shall we? Turn the sword around so we don't hit the switch by accident. Now we should be able to move him down. And use that as a slightly better stepping off point. That's not quite going to work. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem at all, dear Beethro. Hello, Beethro, my old friend. Your busy Mimic is full of bats. Anyway. Yes, we can use them to do that as well. It's all about the mimicry. It's all about the mimicry. Aha! Time to die, roaches. Your time has come. And I will not stand for your bullshit. I am a non-bullshit stander. I will sit down, and there is nothing you can do about that. That's the horde of roaches we're going to need to kill very soon. First, the queen must die. The queen needs to die before anything else, really, because otherwise we're just going to be dealing with an endless swarm of roaches forever. We don't want that now, do we? No, we do not. It is not on the itinerary for today. I didn't put it in the meeting. And if I didn't put it in the meeting, then who did? Exactly. No one did. Because it wasn't there. Anyway, so returning to the realms of sanity and roach slaying. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Or it is the only way. The only way forward in the deadly rooms is to murder things. It's always more fun when there are more roaches around than that, I find. We may as well save our halfway progress in the room. That was a good example. He's a good example. A good example, bitch. Windscreen wiper. That's the best analogy to use. There we go. Now they're all dead. Now we just have to get back over there and finish off the remaining ones, which shouldn't be too difficult to achieve. It's just a case of moving the mimic around again. And as we have covered, I'm getting quite good at that. I'm getting quite good at that indeed. You just have to know... There. You just have to... Okay, let's start again. You just have to know which blocks you need to use to do it. That's not one of them, obviously. No, hang on. There we go. That's what I wanted to do, sort of. Yeah, there we go. Use it as... Yeah, you see, you sort of use it as a little... Yeah. I know what I'm trying to say, and I can't really explain it terribly well. But you can sort of get the mimic stuck against things and work your way around. As long as you've got a reasonable space for yourself to move around, you're generally okay for this. I need to get him a little bit further over, so I can hook him around the side of that one. You see? It's all very clever. All part of the master plan. That's, well, okay, that works. Sort of. No, I need to get those ones before the rest, otherwise Doom is going to ensue. There we go. And now we just move into the enclosure and use the arrows as our hook points, or whatever you want to call them. And that's not going to work. We need to move further down. Far down as we can go, really. And then, there we go! Solved it! Hoorah! Let us leave the northward path and return to the entrance now. Okay, so next time on Let's Play Deadly Rooms of Death, the 6th level will continue as we go westwards.